Hi everyone, you're welcome to my channel. It's a new day, it's a wonderful day. My name has not changed, for I remain Yusuf Oluwafemi Salako, popularly known as Ori David. I'm a 500 level law student of the University of Lagos and founder of the Ori David Consult. Today I shall be interrogating and exploring an important aspect of English. Today I shall be discussing invariable singular nouns. I repeat, today I shall be interrogating invariable singular nouns. However, before I delve into the art of today's matter, may I enjoin those of us that have not subscribed to this channel, as well as those of us that are new to this channel, to please do so. Do subscribe to this channel by clicking on that subscribe button down below and then hitting that notification bell so you get notified whenever I put out new videos. Thank you for subscribing. Now that you have subscribed, shall we then delve into the heart of today's matter? Yes, we shall. Stay with me. Now, the first question is, what are invariable singular nouns? I repeat, what are invariable singular nouns? One thing you need to understand and know at the very outset of this discussion is that the English number system comprises the singular and the plural nouns. So which means in English language we have nouns that are singular, one, and nouns that are plural, more than one. Another thing that you need to also understand is that in English language we have certain nouns that are always singular. That is, they cannot change their form into the plural nouns. You cannot turn them into a plural noun. And these nouns are what are regarded as invariable singular nouns. You need to also understand that there are certain nouns that can exist in both forms, that is in singular and the plural forms. So take for example, if you have a word such as boy, boy can always be turned to boys. Another example is girl. Girl can always be turned to girls. So these two examples represent what are known as variable nouns. But our major focus for today would be the invariable singular nouns. So when we speak of invariable singular nouns, what do we mean? We simply mean those nouns that are singular and are to be used as singular nouns. One thing you need to also then understand is that invariable singular nouns can exist in two forms. Invariable singular nouns can exist in two forms. First, we have the non-count nouns. What are the non-count nouns? Non-count nouns are those nouns that are also regarded as mass count nouns or uncountable nouns. So generally, uncountable nouns are seen and perceived and considered to be singular nouns. But I must sharply also point out that when we speak of non-count nouns, they can also exist in at least two forms. But for today, we are going to limit ourselves to these two forms. So we have the non-count concrete nouns and the non-count abstract nouns. The non-count concrete nouns are nouns such as furniture. Furniture is a non-count noun, an uncountable noun, but it is a concrete noun. Another example would be gold. Gold is also an uncountable noun, but it is a concrete noun. Another example would also be stationery. Stationery is also an uncountable noun, but it is a concrete noun. Then the last example here would then be equipment, which is also another example of a non-count concrete noun. But we also have the non-count abstract nouns, that is uncountable nouns that are also abstract nouns. Take for example the word advice. Advice is an uncountable noun and it is abstract. Another example would then be information. Information is also an uncountable noun, but it is also an abstract noun. So uncountable nouns can exist in both forms. However, despite the distinctions that exist between non-count concrete and non-count abstract noun, one thing that is common with both forms is that they are considered to be singular nouns and are to be used as singular nouns. That is why they are called invariable singular nouns. They do not change their forms. They are seen as singular nouns. What this then means is that you cannot attempt to pluralize these non-count nouns by adding the inflectional ending s. So you cannot try to say, oh, there is one furniture, then you have two furnitures. It is wrong. You cannot say one advice and say one advices, or you say stationaries. These are wrong uses. You don't pluralize uncountable nouns or non-count nouns by adding the inflectional ending s, because they are seen as invariable singular nouns. They are seen as invariable singular nouns, and as such they must be used as singular nouns. But may I also sharply point out that as far as non-count nouns or uncountable nouns are concerned, it doesn't mean that you cannot impose plurality on them. Of course, you can impose plurality or countability on them, but to do so, you would have to use the partitives, like such as a pair. So you can say something like a pair of information, or you can say something like a piece of information. And so when you say a piece of information, then you can turn it to two pieces of information. The same goes with advice and other examples of non-count nouns. But generally, the rule is clear. You do not pluralize these non-count nouns, be it abstract or concrete, by adding an s. Why? Because they are seen and regarded as invariable singular nouns. Do not forget, invariable as a word also means something that cannot be changed. So you cannot change them to plural nouns. Aside the non-count noun, another example of invariable singular nouns are those nouns that are plural in form but singular in conception. What does this mean? There are certain nouns that they accommodate the inflectional ending s. Yes, they have the s. So there is a tendency for many of us to think that they are plural in conception because of the s, and as such we want to use them as what? Plural nouns. This is wrong, because these nouns are invariable singular nouns. Yes, they will have the s, but as far as the usages are concerned, we talk about what using them in a singular form because they are singular nouns. For example, if we take a word such as news, news should always have the s. News is news, and it is a singular noun. So do not say because of the s you want to now use it as a plural verb. That will be wrong. Another example would also be ceramics. Yes, ceramics. The noun is ceramics, not ceramic. When you say ceramic, that means you are trying to use it as an adjective, but as a noun, it is regarded as ceramics. Another word would also be politics. Politics is politics. There is nothing like politic. And so as to say, oh, politics is singular, then politics is plural. No. Another example of these would also be our subjects, such as phonetics, such as mathematics, such as physics, all these economics also. All these words, they always acquire the s, and it doesn't make them to be plural, and you cannot even turn them to be plural. They are considered to be singular nouns. That's why they are invariable singular nouns. But aside the subject, we also have games. Games, that is, games such as billiards. Billiards will always have the s, or draughts. Draughts will always have the s, or checkers. Checkers will always have the s, or balls. It will always have the s, or darts. They will always contain the s. We also have nine pins. These words would always have the s, and they are to be used with the s, and they are not to be used as plural nouns. They are invariable singular nouns. Another example would also be diseases. Yes, for example, if you have the word measles. Measles is with the s. You don't take care to take away the s. It will have the s. So it is measles. Another would also be rickets. Rickets. It is also with the s. It is to be used with the s. So you don't see rickets as a singular noun and then you see rickets as plural noun. It doesn't have a plural noun. It's an invariable singular noun. Another example of a disease also would also be shingles. Shingles is also a disease that is spelled as shingles, and it is singular, although it appears to be plural in form because of the s, but it is to be regarded as singular noun because it's singular in conception. And when it comes to using, you use these nouns as singular nouns. And that is all I have for you for today. Do not forget, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe now. My name is Yusuf Oluwafemi Salako, and I thank you for your time and your audience. Till I see you next time. Happy New Month.